G'day everyone, this was originally going to be a build a guitar pedal in 10-minute video, but I had some problems with the circuit that I was working on, and I actually may have worked out what the problem was, so that video may still be coming. But in the meantime, I basically just converted it to a Smokey amp circuit, which is a half watt, 1 watt approximate power circuit to power a speaker with, that you can use for sort of like a practice amp, and it's pretty easy to put together. In fact, if you go to the data sheet, it actually shows you how to put it together. It's pretty much all there. You can just follow that, and that's pretty much what I've done. The only component that I'm using, there's a couple of components, but I've got a couple of caps and a resistor pretty much, and the LM386. I'm actually using the UTC brand 386. I don't know if there's much difference between those two, but I found that if I didn't put a capacitor from plus 9 volts to ground, I could not get the circuit working. In fact, the best way to demonstrate this is to actually show you. I don't know what's causing this, but maybe some of you smart guys out there might be able to tell me. So there's the amp. Obviously it's not very loud. It does get louder when you we'll get to that later. But yeah, the it sounds like it's working properly. I'll just turn the gain up on my Decade resistance box, which I've actually got a video on if you're interested in making one yourself. Let's turn the resistance off. So it's at 200 gain, so it's maximum gain, and it distorts quite a lot, but I'm pretty sure that that's normal for an LM386. So it's amplifying like it should. But if I actually remove that cap from plus 9 volts to ground, it just turns to crap pretty much. I don't know why. I don't know if you can hear that, but well, there's not really much to hear at all. There's not much coming out, and it sounds all glitchy. Doesn't sound very good. I'll just adjust one other thing too, and I've got a little treble bleed filter on the end of it that I was using in conjunction with a germanium booster, which is a treble booster, just to knock back the treble a bit on it. But now that's not in the circuit. You can hear just doesn't work. I don't know why, but yeah. So I just kind of stumbled upon that. So I'll just put that back in, because it's pretty much unusable without it, in my opinion. So yeah, there you go, back to normal again. So I'll just put that treble bleed back in again. It just knocks a bit of the treble off, which it's actually pretty... takes a bit of the volume off too, unfortunately, but it's part and parcel of the treble bleed filter. So yeah, so I've got the treble bleed filter on the end for the germanium booster, but I'll just show you with a soul bender at the front, a fuzz pedal at the front of it. Hopefully you can actually hear it okay through the camera. I didn't want to mic it up because if I mic it up, it's well, you know, you're not going to be able to hear me talking, so it's kind of just, there's a lot of obviously explanations going on here. So yeah, it's the camera mic for this video. Okay, so it's on maximum gain on the Smokey amp, and to do that, all you do is put a resistor between pin 1 and 8, and it will turn. If it's an open circuit from pin 1 to 8, it'll be the least gain, which is 20, and as you go up, as you crank it up to 200, which is its maximum, it starts to distort quite a bit. I'll just show you that now, actually, before we move on to the soul bender. So that's on open circuit, which is closed circuit, which is 0 resistance, maximum gain of 200. Obviously starts to distort a lot, and if I just I'll just crank up the resistance. So it starts to, obviously you lose a lot of volume, being the gain, but you also lose the distortion as well. So if we put the soul bender in front of that now, I'll just kick this on and crank the volume. So the gain on the Smokey amp is low, but the gain on the soul bender is high. So the volume into the circuit is high, but the actual gain of the Smokey amp is low. You automatically get a lot more volume out, and it doesn't distort as much either in that combination. I think you get quite a bit of oscillation if you turn the gain up on the Smokey amp, which I'll do now. So to maximum, straight off, you get a lot of that's oscillation from all the cable. Well, I'm pretty sure it's oscillation from all the loose cables. It's not nothing. It's not boxed up and grounded properly. So yeah, if you try and go too high, yeah, it goes. Same with the gain. That's a funny noise. Anyway. And also, I forgot to mention too, the speaker that I'm actually using is just, actually I'll show you that at the end of the video because I've got to move some stuff, but it's basically just a hi-fi speaker. So if we turn the gain back up, I'll just show you a comparison between 20, that was 200 gain, this is 20 gain. And turn the volume up so you can hear it. And back down. So it doesn't sound quite, hang on, it doesn't sound quite as natural sounding fuzz when you crank the gain up on the Smokey amp, but have the gain low on the soul bender. You're starting to hear some of the Smokey amp distortion coming through there, which is that sort of top end. It sounds like distortion. It's kind of sounds like the top end's kind of clipped. So now I'll just show you what it sounds like with a germanium booster, which is a treble booster, which I thought also sounds pretty good. It's pretty trebly. It would be good if it had a tone control just to pull the treble back slightly, because it's got a bit of a harsh top end, but it still sounds pretty good. It's interesting, interesting to hear anyway. Try not to make it oscillate this time. So this is maximum gain on the LM386, and we're pretty loud on the germanium booster. Oh, and I'll just add in on the end of the circuit the that treble bleed filter I was just talking about. Should knock a bit of the treble off. Actually sounds like it knocked some of the bass off. Maybe I've wired that wrong. Let's try that again. Back to the treble bleed being off. It certainly did. I've wired that wrong. So anyway, that was just something I've been working on this morning, and I thought I'd just do a video on it while it was fresh in my head. Might actually put this inside a the actual speaker and just put a connector on the outside of it. I can see that maybe I'm sort of evolving into PD Two Fingers. He might actually be a future version of me. How I'm actually going to turn out. I'll leave a link to his channel below so you can check out his stuff. But his Fuzz Lab's got a lot of these little little circuits and all sorts of things along this sort of line, more experimental stuff, whereas I'm sort of probably more into you know, finishing products and stuff like that. It's just two different methods on the same thing, but I can see where he's coming from, because this would actually be good good to have on the desk just for testing pedals and things. Like when you finish your pedal, you can just plug it in and test it. Be pretty good. So yeah, anyway, that's it. So if you want to learn more about how to build this circuit, it's easy to build. If you want to make a little cheap practice amp, all you need is an 8-inch speaker and the Smokey amp components, which is just like 5 components, and then just you're probably going to want to put a pedal in front of it just to boost it a bit, or put a pedal inside with it as well. So you've got a bit more functionality. And the speaker that I was using, I'll just pick the camera up, is this little beast. I've removed the tweeter from the top because it's lets through lets through frequencies that you just don't want to let through. So I just disconnected it. So it's just this bottom 8-inch speaker. And I also tried it with this PC speaker, and it sounded terrible. It was just I'll show you. You have to turn the gain down because I'm assuming that the microphone's clipping there. Yeah. Anyway, I won't subject you to any more of that. It's a bad frequency response on that speaker. It just sounds terrible. The bigger hi-fi speaker sounds much better. In fact, selecting the speaker is probably just as important as how you set the circuit up, because there's certain frequencies that you just don't want to come through, and it's usually on, I think, pretty much the top end. Some of the top end frequencies that you don't want to come through. But anyway, I'm no expert on setting up mini amps. It's the first one pretty much I've done now, so yeah, I'm not the authority on setting them up. But yeah, I thought I'd just show you what I was doing this morning. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more electronics related videos, and do it yourself guitar pedal videos as well. Thanks for watching.